Yep, we're ready, so we can tell them to start. Guys, make some more noise here for JulyZerg against Sjow. Perhaps JulyZerg, the legend, will be eliminated. Well, not eliminated, but
hurt.
2-0'd, hurt. His ego damaged by this amazing player. So the game is loading. Let's get this going.
And here we are. As the red Terran in the bottom left of Tal'Daram Altar, it is Dignitas Sjow.
You are so good. Why do we have those voices at GOM anyways?
I know, right?
And now over here, Artosis.
We have in the top right, it is the blue Zerg. I think, is that blue or purple, Tasteless?
Purple, I think.
That's purple? Well, the creep is, that's a grayish purple, but anyways.
I don't have my Crayola box.
The golden mouse winner, the runner-up in GSL, the god of war. JulyZerg. Of course, from the team StarTale.
Yep, great team. So this map is huge. It's one of the biggest StarCraft 2 maps that we allow in competitive gaming here. It's pretty big.
That we allow. Tasteless does not allow bigger maps.
No. My word is the law. No, but seriously, it's a great map. It's big. There's a lot of mid-game timing pushes you can execute on a map like this. And interestingly enough, we have a refinery being taken before the barracks, which will be placed over here.
And it looks like this will probably be a Hellion pressure build. You know, a lot of Terrans do like that on this map, to just get those very fast Hellions and try the pressure. We did see a Dignitas teammate of Sjow's, Select, do something very similar against Hydra yesterday.
Next will be the Orbital. At distances this far, generally speaking, early aggression is not a favorable thing. Even though it's, of course, a little bit more unpredictable, you know, the rate at which it actually has any success is pretty low.
Quite true, Tasteless. We do have JulyZerg following up, as we see on the production tab, with gas and a pool. Going to get that quick speed out once again. He does love Zergling speed, and that's going to help him in combating the Vultures, or the Hellions a little bit.
Now, I have to say, I think JulyZerg was probably going to play a little bit better this game. I think he was somewhat caught off guard by the brilliant decision by Sjow to go for the double starport, which was sort of an all-or-nothing situation. You know, had JulyZerg sensed that coming, or scouted that even, the game would probably look quite differently. But, you know, one thing about Banshees is you need time to prepare.
Yeah, and one thing I'd like to point out, Tasteless, is that Sjow has not scouted yet. And in fact, he did not even make a wall in. So if JulyZerg had gone for something like an early pool, Sjow would have died. So a little bit risky, but it's keeping his economy up quite strongly. He's going to be able to get a little bit quicker command center, get those Hellions out, get them harassing ASAP. So
we see JulyZerg continuing to crank out drones. This is a very good strategy, which is being employed here by Sjow. Remember, we saw this refinery taken very early. Normally, you're not supposed to be able to have a factory as well as a reactor that quickly here. And, you know, from here, it's going to be one of these situations where JulyZerg, he doesn't know it's coming yet, but he's going to have to respond perfectly. He's already lost once due to Sjow using somewhat irregular strategies where you get certain numbers of specific units too quickly and you can't respond in time. Let's see if that's going to be the case here.
And JulyZerg, as we just saw, well, he sees the Hellions now, but as we saw before, he laid his creep tumor right there at the front of his natural. Now, some Zergs, like Hydra, lay it in the main so that they can connect the creep, but he did not. So that might be an area of contention.
But here's something funny is, remember, he doesn't even know the starting location of July because for some reason Sjow opts not to scout. I assume he wants to use that additional SCV to get extra minerals. But this, of course, also ruins somewhat of the element of surprise when trying to do a strategy such as this one.
Gets there a little bit slower. That spine crawler almost done. The Zerglings helping to chase out the Hellions with those queens. And in fact, a lot of damage being done to these Hellions. And here they go, but the speed is done, Tasteless, and it looks like these Hellions are going to be toast.
Nice trapping there. Those Hellions essentially going to waste. Only a few kills there, you know, on those Zerglings, which is fairly insignificant. Meanwhile, Sjow trying to expand, but what on earth is going to defend this expansion? The Zerglings rapidly moving down to the bottom left side of the map. It's not clear if Sjow is going to be prepared. Even if the Hellions come out, and notice you can see Sjow not even entirely sure if this is going to work, makes a bunker. Perhaps he was hoping for the command center to finish so he could at least lift it, but no. Denied by JulyZerg. Takes out the SCV. Can he control these Hellions well enough?
Oh, nice juke and jive there by Sjow, and he's going, oh, beautiful micro, holds those Zerglings, and thus does not have to cancel the command center. Very clutch.
Yeah, had he lost the Hellions, the command center would have been, canceled, not destroyed. By the way, Banshee here in this, but of course that would have delayed when he would have that expansion.
Now we're seeing once again Banshee Hellion move out. This is something that we saw Select do before, maybe a Dignitas team build. And we'll see if JulyZerg really knows how to handle it. Hydro certainly did. But here come the Hellions taking out that first creep tumor. That is actually really good against JulyZerg. Sometimes he only uses one creep tumor all game.
Well,
so that might be the end of that.
He's so hungry to larva inject, as we see. Look, Banshee is out now. And no, JulyZerg is expanding to a location that has not been checked yet by Sjow.
That is quite right, Tasteless. A nice third base going up, but right now we're going to see a lot of harassment here. He does have those Hellions to help kill the Queens, but they have a lot of energy because he never lays creep tumors, so he can use transfusion, and he could have transfused there easily.
Missed control there.
Yeah, JulyZerg does not like Queen spells, Tasteless.
Okay, these Hellions need to not just give up on life right now. As you can see, all right.
Those are like the people that didn't leave their homes at Mount St. Helens, Stasis.
They ran out of gas.
I live here.
That was inexplicable. That whole hold position thing. I think Sjow is a bit distracted.
And look at that, making a little creep highway right now.
Nice.
Tasteless.
I like it. He needs to get the creep to continue to expand along the map. It's a big map. Any creep you can have anywhere is going to allow your Zerglings, Roaches, Hydralisks to move that much quicker.
The Spire is about halfway done. The Banshee coming into the back of the base, but there is a Spore Crawler going up.
Looks like it's going to finish just in time.
Yeah, that Banshee won't do too much damage. Taking out one drone. It's going to be a little bit annoying, but it's already taking some hits, so the Queen can take it out. And
no, he does not have a cloak here, so he probably will just go ahead and retreat at this moment. But take a look here. This Banshee may actually cross the path of this expansion over here, and that might lead to some more kills on those drones as well.
Certainly it may, Tasteless. We do have a Spore Crawler there, though, and a Queen as well. Going to turn that Banshee around and kill some of those Lings. In the meantime, back at home, Sjow is making a lot of barracks units, making some siege tanks, making some medevacs. A very standard army coming out for Sjow.
I like this usage of the Banshee here to guard the rocks, which block off this expansion. It's pretty smart. Anything to get JulyZerg a little bit more behind. One thing I like about Sjow is you can already see he's actually quite a brilliant player, but he has these sloppy moments, for instance, the Hellion disaster that occurred over here.
Now we do have some mutas hatching out, Tasteless. He has about 9 mutas to go around and start harassing with. And at the same time, he is droning like a madman, up to 65 drones already against just 41 SCVs. So a stronger economy for JulyZerg, and these mutas are going to make Sjow be in a kind of hard spot. He doesn't have any missile turrets yet.
Destructible rocks are going to be taken out here. Note the turrets are on the way, but they might be just a few seconds late. No turrets inside the main base.
Yeah, he's going to want to fix that ASAP. JulyZerg, renowned for mutalist harass in StarCraft 1 and now StarCraft 2 as well. Here he comes, and hitting before that turret finishes. Might be able to take out the mules as well. That's going to be very annoying for Sjow, losing 2 mules and not completing that missile turret.
Luckily for him, he didn't get as many SCVs as I expected JulyZerg to kill off. He's playing very safe right now. I think JulyZerg realizes he's supposed to be beating this player. I think everybody else expected him to, yet he's already down 1 game. He doesn't want to make too many more mistakes, or really realistically, any more mistakes. By the way, hatchery coming up over here as JulyZerg continues to consume the map.
Yeah, the 4th base, while Sjow is still stuck on 2, and that is the area where it becomes too hard. Here we go with more mutalist harassment. Only 1 missile turret in the main base so far. Killing off a few SCVs here. And that's basically all he has to do with the mutas. Just keep on harassing, and keep Sjow in his base so that he can have the entire map covered with creep, expansions, Zerglings, everything.
Sjow may gear up for a 2-base push. Occasionally we see players siege up over here where the Hellion disaster was and start to fire on this hatchery, but it's a long walk. And with the Mutalisks out now, the Mutalisks may be able to attack the less defended parts of the main base. 2 turrets might not be enough for this many Mutalisks.
Yeah, that is a lot of Mutalisks. Tasteless going in, killing the missile turret, and going after these SCVs. He wants to repair, but even repairing that, the splash damage will kill so many SCVs. Even the turret does go down. And Sjow, I think...
Frozen right now, trying to just save his SCVs. His army has stopped moving. Looks like Show's decided he either needs to kill him now.
Man.
He's already taking too much damage. Zergling's now spilling in to the unprotected expansion.
And Sjow is just, he turned around, Tasteless. That's going to be it, man. You cannot turn around.
You got to
commit. Too indecisive.
Very, very much so, Artosis. Well said. And I think that actually may be the death blow here. This orbital will be picked off with only 100 HP. Goodbye. And now the Zerglings spill into the main base where there's only 1 SCV.
Yeah, there's 6 SCVs total against 62 drones, 58 spy against 159. Faceless. Sjow is pretty dead at this point. 1 base against 4.
But, you know, Sjow did give a good showing. No pun intended there. He did do a great job, in this so far. So we're going to go to a 3rd game here, unless, a miracle occurs and somehow JulyZerg manages to lose all 4 of his bases and all of his
it's
grossly oversized
right now
army.
It's actually 29 mutas with +1 attack against 29 Marines with no upgrades. Guess who wins that battle?
The mutas?
No, actually it's the Marines.
No,
I'm joking. I'm pulling your leg.
Stop it, Artosis. So, okay, this is going to be the end here.
Here come the
Zerg
mutas.
Closes in.
And a billion Zerglings as well. So Sjow will be GGing just in a second. There we go.
Well played.
Tied up 1-1. Sjow against JulyZerg.
Much better showing there from JulyZerg. I think you could really feel the difference there with JulyZerg's play. It's a bit peculiar. Sjow is not scouting. JulyZerg kind of playing like he normally does.
Yeah.
Counter-attacking a lot.
The early Hellion harass really didn't do anything. Rushing to those 4 Hellions, you give up a lot of economy by getting your gas first. That's less time mining with SCVs. And then he spends all the money to tech up, get 4 Hellions, go in, and he does nothing with them. Got pretty far behind there. The Banshee came out, got pretty far behind because he didn't really kill too much with it. And JulyZerg just kind of took the map. He's like, well, you've tried a lot, nothing's worked, and I'm going to take the map and start Mutalisk harassment.
Now, again, I want to emphasize this because I'm really curious about what you think with this approach to the game. Sjow is not scouting. He's just not scouting, which I can't emphasize enough, it just doesn't actually occur ever. I mean, people normally scout, at least after the depot or barracks. But he's not doing it.
Well, as you said, he went up to the wrong side with the Hellions. He could have been quicker to get over to JulyZerg with the Hellions. Would it have made a difference in this scenario? No, probably not. It is a little bit risky to not scout, but that's the way Sjow does it. He has his own style. And, I mean, this guy's won a lot of tournaments, Tasteless.
He's very good. I mean, a win is a win. All right, guys, make some noise for game number 2.